Teacher has been shot at by a group of unknown men who posed as parents at the Buhlebethu Primary School at Inanda in Durban. The teacher is now in hospital, we understand. Security measures have been put in place at the school today. Let me bring in reporter Simphiwe Makhanya, who's working the story for us. Simphiwe, what do we know with regards to the circumstances surrounding the shooting?
Morning to you, Blaine. Well, once, as you said there in your intro, Blaine, this issue has once again brought into sharp focus the issue of safety in schools. What we do know, we've just spoken to the MEC earlier on. He said that a group of about 7 people entered this school pretending to be parents, saying they were seeking actually a space for their children. But immediately when they entered, they went straight to the principal, who then had a discussion with them. And then afterwards, then they started pulling out their weapons and demanded their cell phones and stuff like that. Then the principal, who was shot multiple times, Blaine, was actually trying to assist after the teacher, rather, who was shot multiple times, was trying to assist the principal, who had then asked for assistance because she could see that her life was in danger. What we do know from the MEC of the education in KwaZulu-Natal is that those 7 suspects, 2 of them are former learners at this very school. And I can tell you now that I've just spoken to the SAPS in the province, Colonel Thembeka, confirming to us that 4 suspects have since been arrested following that incident yesterday. But with me, Blaine, is the person who saw this thing when it unfolded. He asked not to be shown. He asked that we conceal his identity because of the fear, obviously. Sir, thank you very much for your time. As the community, how are you feeling at this point?
As a community, we're feeling very traumatized because this thing has been happening for some time now, and luckily they got into school. Now that shows us that tells us that as a community, we should be together and we should be fighting with the police and trying to solve this kind of a problem. So we're so thankful that these guys, they did this thing in the school so that the government will get they will trigger the government to come and try to solve this kind of situations that are being taken place here. So as I said earlier on, we're so traumatized because even the children at the school are not safe anymore. So as a parent, how can you bring your child in the school? You know that there are guns there are bullets that are being pulled out. So how can you bring your school here? So I think the government that's supposed to do is the security is supposed to be tight in such a way that the police and the school and the community must work together in order to be safe.
Yeah. Talk to us about what happened. I believe when you heard the gunshots, you immediately rushed to the school to see what was happening. Talk to us about that.
What happened is that I had the gunshots. I think I had twice, but unfortunately when I came here it was thrice. So this is what happened then. I had the gunshots. Then I tried to rush into the school and see what was happening, only to find that the guys that were doing these things, they was just like coming into me, like they were coming in front of me. So for me, in order to not get shot, then I need to run away from them. But immediately when they ran away, me too, I came here in the school and I saw the teacher that was laying down there, and I was asking what's happening, and we tried to rush the teacher to the hospital according to our needs, because as teachers here, they got the cars and then they got everything. So we tried to rush the teacher to the hospital. So we thank God that the teacher is safe.
So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm going to ask my colleague Tolani Ngobo to move away because he needs to obviously protect the identity of the witness that we've just spoken to. The community here, Blaine, is asking for tighter security measures to be put in place to ensure that such incidents do not occur in future. Blaine, it's over to you in Johannesburg.
Simphiwe, I just want to understand the story in more detail and the sequence of events. So you say that a number of people entered the school disguised or pretending to be parents. They were then ushered to the principal's office where they had a bit of a chat and then suddenly opened fire. Are we, or what's the word on the ground? I understand the investigations are still continuing, but what's the word on the ground? Was the principal targeted here?
The word on the ground, Blaine, is that the incident was basically a robbery because the suspects, when they entered the premises of the school, they then requested the cell phones from various teachers who were inside the premises. Then one of the teachers who was actually pointed with a gun pressed a panic button alerting all the teachers in the entire school about the incident. Then when the other teacher, when the male teacher came to actually assist those who had been, targeted, then he was unfortunately shot multiple times. His condition, we are told, is quite stable. The MEC for Education in KwaZulu-Natal is leading a team which is going to be paying him a visit in one of the hospitals here in Durban.
All right, great reporting. Thank you very much indeed for that. Simphiwe Makhanya at the Buhlebethu Primary School, where a teacher was shot by a group of armed men posing as parents. Appreciate the update.